Namaste, and today chair yoga is brought to you with Jade, the lovely Jade, and Lexi, and we are going to concentrate on some simple hatha postures, chair-based, for people suffering from various stiffness in the neck, lower back issues, anything. If you have a significant injury in the lower back or the neck, and you're not sure about whether or not to do any of these exercises, take your palms, place them in your lap, yeah, and just breathe, and I'll guide you through the postures. So Jade, you're fairly flexible, aren't you? You've practiced yoga before, okay, and she has a lower back support, so make sure you have a support for your lower back. And you might also want to grab a tin of beans, because we're going to do a forward bend with a twist. And also earlier I posted that we might need a strap, so I used a dressing gown cord. So anything you have to hand, okay, and we'll keep it simple. All right, so we're going to start with the hyoid area, the back of the neck, 7 vertebrae, cervical spine, and we're just going to be extending in the back of the neck. So we do that with really subtle movements of the chin, gravitating towards the back of the head. You can almost imagine a balloon or something as you draw your chin in, and there's the balloon weight of the back of the head, and then we release our head forward and the balloon floats up. And we can do that with breath, but these are like tiny pulsing movements that are just waking up the hyoid bone and the space between the, we're going to talk about the SCM further on, but that's the muscles at the side of the neck. Okay, so let's play around with that a bit more. Let's take our fingers, fingertip and middle finger, and place it at the back of the, below the back of the head, yeah? And take an inhale, and as you exhale, can you press your fingertips into the base of the head? Can you press the head into the fingertips on the exhale? Take a breath in, and as you exhale, feel the resistance between the fingertips and the back of the head. And we'll just do that one more time. Inhaling and exhale. Press, 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 and release. And let's try that a bit more with the support of our hands. So we're clasping our hands behind the back of the head, and our elbows come out to a 90-degree angle. Okay, I'm going to inhale here, and on the exhale, we're going to press the hands into the head on an exhale. We'll do that 3 times. Inhaling, release. Exhale. You should feel like a nice juicy stretch in the rhomboids, in the back of the shoulder blades. One more inhale, and on the exhale, press the hands into the head, press the head into the hands, and release. And then just sit with it for a little bit. Shake your hands out if that feels good. And take your palms on your thighs, and we're going to do some shoulder rolls. Shoulder rolls can be as wide as you can make them. So you're bringing your shoulders up towards the ears, and then back, and then down. You can feel the scapula touching together almost. Inhaling, shoulders come up, and exhaling. And let's do some more wide animated circles with our shoulders. Okay, so a couple more of these, and then maybe a couple forward. You might find some popping or cracking in the bones. That's gas releasing, and that's perfectly normal. Okay, and let's take our fingertips to the shoulders, rotating the elbows up, out, and down. Again, big wide circles with the elbows. Really stretch them out. Really notice the movement in the glenohumeral joint, which is the shoulder joint, and also you might even feel space in the scapula as everything rotates. Sounds like a little bit of like clockwork machinery almost.
It feels like it.
It feels nice, yeah. Don't do what I just did. Don't turn your head to look at your very pretty opponent, compadre. That was a Freudian slip, wasn't it, babe? We've known each other for a long time, so we might have a few bloopers in there, but that's okay, that's normal. And then maybe a few rotations in, and then
Really.
That really was a Freudian slip just there. I just thought
I know,
I'd do that.
it cracked again.
Cracked again.
Mm.
Did it? That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
Forward
So
way.
let's try, while we've got our attention on our neck and shoulders, let's try a side neck extension. This is called the, come on Jade, remember, sternocleidomastoid, sternocleidomastoid, something. The muscle that goes from the base of the skull all the way down to the sides of the neck that are responsible for one of the main arteries. So they are actually also helpful in movement of the neck upwards and the rotation of the head as well. Okay, so we'll play around with that. Let's take our right palm, place it under our right buttock. Take a deep inhale, lift up with your left palm, and on the exhale, place your left palm on the right temple. Take a micro inhale here to lift and lengthen, and exhale, draw the right shoulder away from the ear as you gravitate your head towards the left. Inhaling and exhaling. You might even want to place the weight into your left foot for stability. Take another breath in, and then exhale, stretch, 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 and release. You might have a nice stretching. Yeah, really nice release in the SCM muscle. Take the left palm, place it under the left buttock. Inhale, bring the right palm up, and then exhale, bring it over to the left temple. Take a micro inhale. I've got a leaf in my hair. Micro inhale, and exhale, draw the shoulder away from the ear, gravitating the head towards the other side. Breathing in and breathing out. Remember to press down onto the right foot for stability. Breath in and stretch and release. So already I'm feeling a little bit of space in my neck, in my hyoid wheel. Okay, so let's try our strap. Let's try our Gomukhasana. So Jade has a strap with her. So what she's going to do, you're going to take your strap, you're going to hold it with your left hand, okay, and you're going to bring it over your left shoulder, okay, like a fireman's, whatever it is. Take your left hand, place it over your, and place your hand onto your left scapula. Take your right palm with the strap and bring it around behind you. And try and reach, if you can, reach the fingertips. If not, you've got your strap for leverage. So you're going to pull on the strap to maximum capacity. Take an inhale to lift and lengthen. And as you exhale, you can almost feel the resistance with the band. Yeah? And you want to find your left shoulder is fairly relaxed, but your right shoulder, if you've got any tension in the right shoulder, just wiggle your right wrist and just find that leverage. If you want, if that feels uncomfortable to you, you might want to take the bind away from the strap and bring your right palm and then just gently guide the elbow back, okay? And that's good too. Nice little tricep stretch.
I think I prefer this way.
You prefer this? Yeah, it's nice to keep hold of the band. Some people more flexible might be able to take a bind with the fingertips. Great, but not all of us can. Also, some of us have our range of movement slightly stronger in one side. Take a breath in here and exhale. As you exhale, pull the arms apart and press into your support and release. Does that feel good? Nice. Okay, let's do that with the other side. You might find you're more flexible on the right side and flexible on the left side.
That way.
Take your strap, take it over your right shoulder, place your palm onto your left scapula, take your left hand, bring it behind you, that's right, and then you grab, if you can.
Oh, that side.
Lovely. Is that your better? This is my worst side, that's your better side, funnily enough. I'm left-handed. Are you right-handed?
Yep.
Go figure. Okay, take a breath in here, and as you exhale, just breathe into the pose. If you feel any discomfort, breathe into it. Take a nice deep breath and exhale. You might even find if you bring your core in, core flexion creates stability in the spine, which increases the capacity and the movement in the surrounding joints and muscles. Breath in and exhale, release. So I found that tough on that side.
That was worse.
Yeah, okay. There's another little micro thing we can do here, but we'll do that in a forward bend, and that's clasping our hands behind our back and humble. Okay, so let's take a moment to breathe, because not everybody is as flexible as Jade and myself. Some of us have arthritis in the cervical spine, lower back issues, all of that. So bearing in mind, some of us can't do all of the advanced stuff. If that's not accessible to you, what we did in the beginning is a good starter. Okay, take a breath here, and let's try a little bit of side bending. So we're going to take a breath in as we reach our palms up. You want to keep your palms separate. This is Iyengar. Ashtangis usually keep their palms together. That's more dynamic. We're in a chair, so we're doing alignment here. We want our wrists about our hips, wrists and shoulders are parallel. Draw your shoulder blades back. Stretch out through the fingertips. Nice straight elbows. Take an inhale. And then just release the palms down by your side. And we're going to do that a few times. Do that with breath. Inhale, reach the palms up. Draw the shoulder blades back. Stretch out through the fingertips. And then release. And then one more time. We're going to do this with a forward fold. Okay, reaching the palms up. Bring the shoulder blades down. Stretch out through the fingertips. Take an inhale. And then as you exhale, you're going to guide your torso slowly, hinging at the hips. And now, if you're stiff in the lower back, rest your palms on your knees. If you're a little bit more flexible, you can rest the palms on the shins. If you're super flexible, like I've got a feeling you are, because I just saw your handstand and headstand and cartwheel, true story, place your hands on your shins. Take an inhale, lift up halfway. Lovely, Jade. And then exhale, floating forward. You shouldn't feel any tension in the lower back. If you do, ease off. For Jade, she's lovely and flexible and she's got loads of range of movement. You might want to take your hands and place them on the elbows. And then just rock from side to side. If that feels good. Nod your head yes, shake your head no. And then release the fingertips. Take a micro inhale here, lift up halfway. And exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to come up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Shoulders first, head comes up last. Did you see how you rotated in the shoulders? That felt easy. So when we do shoulder openers, we are preparing for more advanced things that Jade just did earlier, which we're very jealous of. I love that. Okay, so let's do that forward fold again with a side twist, okay? Because I keep talking, I need a breather. Take your palms up, inhaling. Remember to bring the shoulder blades down for stability in the femoral joint. Reach up with the fingertips and exhale, floating forward. Now this is where you need your block or your tin of beans. You'll bring your tin of beans to the inside of your left foot. You're quite flexible here, so Jade and I are able to actually reach the fingertips to the grass. Yeah. And we're going to inhale, we're going to reach the right palm up to the sky, and you're going to spiral the torso out to meet your gaze towards your thumb. Don't overextend in the neck, keep your neck nice and neutral. If you've got any problems in your neck whatsoever, just keep your gaze to your, I don't know, your drishti, kind of a 60-degree angle up here and a 45-degree angle about here. Inhaling here and exhale. We extend on the exhale, so we spiral out slightly further. Breathing in and then exhale to release forward. Take a breather here in forward fold. You might want to even come up halfway. Inhale and exhale, forward fold. And then we're going to come up slowly. Remember to come up slowly, protect your lower back. And then roll the shoulders, head comes up last. Take a moment here. If you're feeling dizzy, take a breather. Arms in your lap. A few deep breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. It's good to know on the inhales and the exhales, when we draw the navel in towards the spine on the inhale and the exhale, you're stabilizing your lower back. So the core flexion that you're doing in these exercises, once you breathe and exhale, the navel towards spine is actually creating strength in your core, which is strengthening the sacroiliac joint in the lower back. Okay, so let's do the other side. Breathing in, reaching the palms up. Bring the shoulder blades down. Inhale, micro inhale here, and then exhale, bowing forward. Remember to place your palms on your knees if you're not flexible, palms on your shins if you're semi-flexible. And Inhale as you lift and lengthen, and exhale, floating forward. Take your right palm, place it on top of your block or onto the grass, fingertips on the grass, and inhale, Jade, and look up to your right thumb. Take a breath in to lift and lengthen, and exhale, spiral that torso up to meet your thumb. Don't overextend in the neck. You can keep your neck neutral, but if you feel flexible in that, go ahead and look at your thumb. Inhaling, exhaling. Note to self, holding your core for stability and flexion. Inhaling and exhaling. Breathing in, lift and lengthen, spiral out, and exhale, release. Take a moment here to lift your head up halfway, float forward, exhale, and come up to seated. So we've had a nice little forward fold there. Did you feel any benefits or contraindications you want to note there, or did that feel fairly good?
Yeah, twisting that way.
Twisting that way was a bit strong for you. So the note I should have given Jade here is keep your neck neutral. Don't twisting the neck. Yeah. Okay. Keeping Warrior 2 simple today. Instead of doing the advanced version, we're just going to keep it nice and simple, doing modification. Taking the feet at a 45-degree angle, keeping the buttocks far into the corner of the chair. Now rotate your hips slightly at an angle, but keeping the neutrality in the pelvis. Reaching the palms up as you extend. On an inhale, draw the shoulder blades down, and on the exhale, look over to your left fingertip. Take an inhale here, and as you exhale, extend through the fingertips. Inhaling, exhaling. Inhale, soften the shoulders away from the ears, and exhale, stretch, 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 and release. So let's do that with the other side. You want your feet to be at a 45-degree angle, okay? Legs out, stretched, and then you're going to lift up with the palms, and then exhale. As you exhale, you're going to look over to your right, and you're going to stretch out through the fingertips. Don't forget to bring your shoulders away from the ears. Lift up with the back arm. Normally, I wouldn't be able to touch you, so you need to lift your palm up. Yeah. And then inhale here. And as you exhale, draw the shoulder blades away from the ears. Stretch up through the fingertips. Micro inhale. And then on the exhale, stretch, 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 and release. So that was modified Warrior 2. So we have done a few neck and shoulder openers, we've done a couple of twists and forward folds. So we want to work with the feet and ankle joints and knees and hips. So our feet are hip width apart. You can find your hip width when you place your, you need to come forward a bit on your chair. Place your heel in the inner edge of the arch, yeah? Now pivot the foot out, that's your hip width. Yeah, I learned that in Bikram, great stuff. So, while our hips out, let's go back into our chair just to get comfortable. So a lot of us have lower back issues, so we need to keep that lower back supported. We're gonna lift our toes off the ground, spread the toes wide, and then we're gonna place the toes, little toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, big toe. And then press down into the mounds of the toes. Lift up onto the calves, lift up onto the toes. You feel a little calf stretch. And then just extend the heels toward the grass. And then just do that a couple of times, lifting up onto the balls of the feet. And then lowering the feet into the earth, pressing down into all four corners of the feet. That will give you stability. Take a breath in here. And exhale. We want to lift up with the left leg, breathing in. And as you exhale, you're going to flex the toes towards your face, stretch the leg out, stretch out through the calf. Heel stretches forward, toes stretch towards the face. And we're going to flex the foot forward, flex the foot back. Plantar flex, dorsiflex, plantar flex. And then you're going to rotate the ankle, nice big wide circles out. You might again feel the popping, cracking in the ankle joints, that's normal. and then rotate them in nice big wide animated circles. And for now, let's just release that and do it with the other leg. Pressing that heel out away from you, press the toes toward the face, breathing in, and exhale, really flex, 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 plantar-flex, dorsiflex, plantar-flex, dorsiflex. Where did I learn this? Not ballet.
I did. Good toes, bad toes.
Good toes, bad toes, well done. Wow, it's well done. And then rotate the feet outward. Big, wide feet. Big, wide feet. And let's keep it real. Bring the feet in. Wide circles in. And this is when it gets a bit more fun. We're going to lift up with the left leg. And then I want to flex my knee here. Yeah. So what I'm going to do is, again, we might need to scooch our bums forward on our chair and take the hands and clasp the knee, hand underneath the knee joint, and then rotate the leg. Nice wide circles again. You can keep the foot flexed, but it's nice to point, whatever you want to do. But also, I can feel it in my hip joint. I want to keep that stable. So in order to do that, I'm going to press firmly on my right foot for stability, yeah? Because we also need to remember that core stability equals happy hips, yeah? And release. Let's do that with the other leg. Lifting up, clasping the hands underneath the knee joint. Inhale as you lift up and exhale to rotate outward. Big wide circles. Try and keep that knee stable as you rotate. You're doing ever so well, Jade. I'm loving this. And then rotate it back in. And release. So let's do prep for pigeon, which is these chairs, by the way. You might just want to explore and play around with your whatever's comfortable for you. Dining chair, kitchen chair, whatever works for you. And then we're gonna maybe come forward on our chairs again. I'll tell you what's happened. We've gone on to a bit of a grassy verge. So, chair ikupada apasana. So, this is actually window removing pose. Normally, if we're laying on the floor, we're going to lift the left leg up and press knee in towards the torso. You can have clasp your hands on the outer edge of the knee, which will give you more flexion in the hip joint. Or if that doesn't feel comfortable to you, you can place your hand underneath the knee joint and guide your knee up towards you. But this, for me, feels better. So I'm pushing that knee in towards my torso and then release. We'll do that with the other leg. This is prep for pigeon. So, and then lift the other leg. Bring that knee up towards your torso. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, you might want to mindfully guide your torso towards your leg, but don't over extend towards your foot. Just you want to feel that flexion in the side hip. Okay, so we're going to do we've explored a bit in the hips flexion. So let's take our left foot and take the ankle and place the ankle joint on top of just above the left knee. Lovely, Jade. And then what you want to do is you can inhale here. And do you remember when I said on the exhale you get a bit more range of movement in the muscles on the exhale, on exertion? Okay, so keep that foot flexed, nice and flexed, flex, flex, flex. Always keep that foot flexed in pigeon. Okay, breath in here. And as you exhale, guide that left hip open. We might want to take the palms up, inhale, and then exhale, we might want to reach forward into our stretch. Can you already feel that, Jade, on the inner hip? Yeah.
I actually prefer this to normal pigeon.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's quite juicy. So you can actually hang out here for a few breaths. Breathing in. Breathing out. You should feel a nice little juicy stretch in the outer hip and maybe on the inside as well. Breathing in and breathing out. If you have any discomfort in the ankle joint or knee joint, then ease off. Breath in and exhale, release. Let's do that with the other side. Taking the right leg over to the left knee, flexing the ankle joint over the knee. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, guide that right hip out and down. Keep that right foot flexed. Take a breath in, and exhale. Mindfully draw that hip down. If it doesn't go any further, then that's just where it's supposed to go. Now we'll take a breath in as we lift our palms up. And on the exhale, we'll guide our torso forward. On the exhale, breathing in and exhaling. This is actually a resting pose. It's fairly restorative. So we're coming to the end of the practice, and we'll do a couple of poses. Maybe end in tree. Oh, it's fairly hot today, so we're quite chilled out. So I'm going to skip tree and chair and wrap this up with a chair savasana.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because it's really hot today. It's like 32 degrees. Okay. So thank you, Jay, for taking the time to do this. I really appreciate it. Take your palms. You might want to place them, palms facing up. You might want to choose a mudra. We'll explore mudra a bit further on. You can take your thumb to ring finger and then place your fingers together. Take a breath in and place your palms in your lap. And we'll just end with Om Ma Ni Padme Hum, a Buddhist mantra to offer peace and stability and unity. Breathing in, Om Ma Ni Padme Hum.
I didn't get that.
That's fine. Let's just do Namaste. Bring the palms up. Palms to prayer into the heart center. Inhale. And then exhale, bowing forward, sealing in the energy, allowing the prana to settle in. Namaste. Thank you, everyone.